As we strive towards our vision becoming a 200 billion Kina economy by 2030. So we will soon launch our banking operations under the name of Tisa Bank Limited. We aim to create a platform for entrepreneur, industry expert and policy maker.
90% of the wealth of our country is controlled by 2% of large enterprises that are foreign owned. Escalating inflation, falling exchange rate makes it very difficult for our people to fully liberate themselves and live dignified lives. Constant marginalization of our people has seen a breakdown of law and order, violence, institutionalized corruption, to name a few, and overall, a disoriented, disengaged, and discouraged people. PNG requires a game changer to transform the economy, to empower our people, reduce poverty, and achieve the goals of Vision 2050.
This signing marks the start of the project. There's a technical team, both teams behind that are working on the project to get the systems to talk to each other. So once that's done, then our members can start to use their Yumi cards on the Kina systems.
So this is the first phase. I think we're looking at a second and third phase, which would give Tisa customers the ability to use their cards through online. So, if they're buying goods and services through the internet or via their mobile phone, they'll be able to use their cards via our payment gateway. So that's probably the next big thing. And I think the third phase is the ability for customers to transfer funds between Kina and Tisa and vice versa.
And our strategy is asset light. So we're going light. We're not investing in any banking infrastructure because our strategy takes into account that the infrastructure is already in the country. And the current banks have already invested quite a lot of money in building infrastructure, and that's costing the banks. So we talk about shared banking, where new entrants in the bank strategy for ours is asset light, and we want to help ride on the current infrastructure that's in place and help the current banks pay for their systems.
Our purpose for this insurance plan is really to bring in more members, public servants.
We believe they have made the right decision in coming to LIC. And it's now up to LIC to provide the service that their membership, the PA membership, is looking for. For us to give that sense of security to the membership that we have, because you are covering the life of our member, the medical expenses of the member, evacuation expenses of the member, so they have that sense of security.
It is my pleasure to introduce a new debit card product that we've launched. We have our own switch that talks to the BSP Postulon system. So our members can use this card in any BSP ATM or FPOS system. We expect to extend that to other banks as well. This card is ours, and that's why we've named it Yumi card. It will contribute to the financial well-being of our people during this difficult but hopeful times. This product will fundamentally change the way our members and their families interact with Tisa.
This 2% bonus will be paid to all Tisa members' Yumi accounts. Members can access this interest in the Yumi card account. I mentioned in my last announcement, Youth Society performed very well in 2022. We made a profit of after tax 76.49 million Kina. This was 24% higher than 2021. On behalf of my board and the management of Tisa, I would like to thank all our loyal Tisa members for your continued support. Thank you for trusting the board. Tisa remains committed to providing affordable financial products, quality customer service, and paying better returns to you, our valuable members, and management to prudently manage your company and to deliver affordable products and services and reasonable returns to you. Future Savings and Loan Society Limited, or Tisa, today announced that each members will collectively earn on their general savings account an additional bonus interest of 23,088,840 kina.
So it has had an effect on us. In 2022, we think it will have an effect on the performance of the company, but we have plans to make up in terms of replacement revenue.
On behalf of the Tisa board and management, I am pleased to announce that Tisa has achieved a significant milestone in reaching 1.17 billion kina, or 1.17 billion kina of assets on the balance sheet for the year 2022 financial year, since its humble beginning 50 years ago, way back in 1972. We are currently transforming our business to establish a fully fledged commercial bank through our subsidiary called Tisa Community Finance Limited, so we can serve the unbanked and underbanked population, of whom are our members who reside and serve in communities in the most remote parts of Papua New Guinea.